All right, let's take this out on the road. Put the air cleaner on, but I'm leaving it off now because I look at carburetors and things for troubleshooting. One thing I did find was the generator or alternator is grounded, so something inside of it, so we're going to need to do a rebuilt alternator. And I now have power going to the front of the car, and I have the pressure switch and the temperature switch hooked up, which I didn't have before, so I'm just going to run it right now without the air cleaner. So I'm just running it with my wheels and tires, kind of my spare set. So I don't have the keys to it. I don't think you left the keys. And whoops, I don't have that seat down yet, but we're going to need to get it just a new pedal there. Not a new one, but a good one, because the splines in this pedal are just about hanging on to their last little bit. And of course we're going to do carpet in order to temporarily fix the pedal. Pretty much tore up the carpet. We really need to tear up the carpet before it's really driven, because you can kind of see all the rat droppings. So you don't really want to. It'd be better to have all of this carpet just torn up until we get new stuff, because as you're driving it, all the rat stuff from the years is flying all over the place. So here we go. Front lights, for whatever reason, don't work. That might be a clue in there. You start to see some of the rigging on the dash harness. So obviously I got one, when I pull the lights, one rear light comes on. Signals don't work. Horn does. Let's see. Horn does work. It worked a minute ago, so that was good. So we don't have the key, and this plugs into the back. This plugs into the back of this, but we need a key for this, so we'll have to. So right now I'm just basically hot wiring it. So I've got the red, and I will plug in to the pink, which is the fuel pump, which you'll hear start, which is right really underneath that metal right there. And then to start it, I'll touch this wire to the purple, which is the same as the spring-loaded start on the starter, on the switch itself. So we'll start with this. So you hear a pump start, which you won't hear once the car is running. And you see those lights come on, because that's telling you that the pressure switch is closed. Starts right up, and then you see that light comes off because now the oil pressure is being generated, so it opens the switch. I've got a little bit of tuning to do on the carburetors, but that'll come as we drive it. So release the parking brake, and reverse. Like I said, the gears, when I just took it quickly out on the road last week, seemed to work just fine. Brakes are working, a little bit of adjustment there. And then we go to drive. And I set idle and everything. A lot of little things to continue to improve. Again, we have no lights, so we'll just go out on the road right in front of us here. Steering seems to be pretty tight. Horn worked before, I don't know why it's not now. But the horn ring here is broken, so we'll just go out in the little cul-de-sac here. Turn my little light off. So now we're just kind of tooling around the cul-de-sac. I have to hold it. Fortunately, it's a automatic, so drive with one hand and hold the camera with the other. So what I'll demonstrate there, hopefully the camera's catching it, is how it really shifts very nicely into second gear. Seems to shift when it's supposed to. Of course, I have to get it out on the road to really set timing and everything. We'll go to another cul-de-sac here, another dead end. I don't think we've got out of first gear yet, but we'll do that here when we get a little bit of road in front of us. Feels good. Ride feels good. We've got the new shocks. Springs look fine. So we'll see if we can show it shifting into second. There you go. Shifts into second, just as it should. We won't get too wild here. We'll just go back now. Sounds good. The 90-degree exhaust tailpipes quieted it down. Took a little of the straight pipe sound out of it before, so it's a little quieter. It's about normal for a 140 engine. So I would take it around the block, but no tags or lights at this point. Go back onto my little cul-de-sac street here, and we'll do we'll start. Power feels good. I haven't done compression on it yet because I usually it takes like 50 to 100 miles to really kind of wear in the rings, but compression feels good, and I don't see any significant blow-by coming out of the PCV positive crankcase vent too. So far everything seems good. The next step would be alternator. Get an alternator on there. I'm just running on the battery right now, so it's drawing the battery down. But it'll run like 30-45 minutes just on the battery without the alternator generating electricity. Take it in here. Brakes feel good. It's not pulling to either side. Maybe a little adjustment as I start to drive it, just to get everything right. There we go. And to stop it, you remove the what goes into the pink wire there, because that supplies the ignition. That's it. It's driving fine so far.